The devastation in Turkey is a world away, yet tonight heartache is hitting the Duke University community. This is Samar Zora. This year she was prepared to travel around the world doing research for her PhD. But that journey was cut short in a city in eastern Turkey. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Gerald Owens.
And I'm Deborah Morgan. Zora was killed when the first catastrophic earthquake struck the region earlier this month. Now an international effort has finally brought her home.
WRL's Eric Miller spoke with her twin brother and joins us live with details of their frantic search. Such a sad story, Eric.
Well, Gerald, that it is. Summer started studying here at Duke in 2019. Her brother remembers her as an intellect and a hard worker. She'd actually already wrapped up all of her classwork and was in the midst of this round-the-world research trip, which was taking her to one of the oldest cities in Turkey. But that search for knowledge turned into a search and rescue saga for her family. Saad Zora says he didn't have a choice. His twin sister, Summer, was missing, lost somewhere on the far side of the world.
We were just drowning with anxiety.
Saad knew she was in Antakya, Turkey, the heart of the February 6th earthquake zone, but didn't know where. Calling and texting from his home in Canada, he eventually tracked her to a first-floor apartment in a building that no longer exists.
We had to go.
Go he did, joined by his older brother, Manara, but they weren't the only ones going to help.
I honestly don't know what I would have done without her there.
Summer Steenberg is also a Duke grad student. She was doing her own research in Iraq and says the university contacted her by mistake.
I found out shortly after that her two brothers were headed over there. And as soon as I knew they were going, I knew I was going to go, because you don't let people go alone into a situation like that.
When they got to Antakya, what they found was devastating. Rubble surrounded by families searching for loved ones.
And everyone we sat with was waiting to uncover their loved one.
On the ground, Saad was able to get a hold of rescue teams and point them towards his sister's building.
These rescue teams, without hesitation, came over, brought their K9 unit, brought thermal sensors, and I truly believe that if we weren't there, that would not have happened.
But eventually the rescue became a recovery, and a backhoe was brought in.
The first excavation was 8 hours, and they had to stop at night, and the next one was about just under, I would say, 2 hours, and that's when they found her.
Saad says he knew they were close because his sister's landlord recognized the furniture from her apartment.
I mean, it's the end of the search. Now we have to figure out how to navigate grieving.
Summer's body was flown to Kuwait, where she and Saad were born. But Saad says his journey isn't over. He's hoping to help those people he left behind, those other families still waiting, still praying that those they've lost will eventually be found.
It almost would feel like a crime if we didn't help.
Now tonight, Summer's family is hoping that Duke will recognize her hard work and dedication by conferring an honorary degree. They've also set up a GoFundMe to try to help those other people there still stuck in Antakya. We'll have a link on our website. Back to you.
That tragedy being felt all over the world. Eric Miller live in Durham. Thank you.